How's it going, guys? Christian here. In this video, I'm going to be explaining how I was able to buy this Lamborghini right here at the age of 22. I mentioned in my last video that we definitely just sold it. It's actually about to get picked up in about 3 hours. Wanted to make this video to give back and hopefully help someone maybe buy a car like this one day. So, first things first, I do want to say that buying something like this, even though it's a financial goal and something that a lot of people dream of, it's not 100% necessary. You don't need to go buy a Lamborghini. You can be in that mindset. In order to achieve it, I put myself in a mindset that I need something that is a want in order to achieve it. But at the end of the day, I do want to mention that even now selling it, I am not like super emotionally attached, even though obviously it's my dream car. So I do feel just a tiny bit attached, but I do feel that the amount of joy this car gives me is just the same amount of joy that that C-Class gives me. And at the end of the day, am I going to get another supercar? I probably will. And the truth is, it's not about the item. It's about the fact that you can live this one life and achieve everything that you want. So I really do feel that I want to make this video to break down the truth of the good things and the bad things and how to actually get one. So number one, there's a lot of misinformation online. There's a lot of people claiming you can get a car like this for no money down, little money down, whatever, all these things. No matter which way you slice it, if you can't invest 20 to 30% of the down payment, you shouldn't be getting this car in the first place, right? Because if you can't afford a $70,000, $80,000 down payment, guess what? When the transmission blows out and it's a $45,000 payment, you're not going to have that if you can't afford the down payment, right? So I would say make sure that you are 100% confident that you're able to pay off problems when they arise, because guess what? Problems will arise. That is just a fact. Our McLaren's been in the shop waiting for its transmission. That was $45,000. I literally was talking about real numbers. I'm not making this stuff up. So the second thing is that you need to find a system. So if you want to get a car like this to daily drive, if you have the funds to do so, by all means, enjoy the car. It's a beautiful car. But if you're trying to be smart about the way you're purchasing something, don't buy this car if you can't cash flow it positively. What I mean by this is we have a marketing company, and most of our clients that can't afford our services are likely to have nicer cars. Now, it's not all of them, but it's a big portion of them. So we take this car, we go to car meets, we meet people there, and obviously so far and so forth, you can kind of come up with setting up a meeting, meeting the people, building connections, yada yada. But cash flowing, I think, is the biggest, most important thing. And another perk about this is that you can actually use it to make more things happen. So if you're connected with someone that you know is a videographer, you can rent it to them. Basically, like, they have clients that want images with cool cars, maybe cool watches, maybe like apparel companies. You can use this to do so. We actually had a couple rappers do music videos with this car. And obviously you have the option of renting them out, even though we did try that, and I highly do not recommend going that route, just because nobody's going to come rent a Lambo or a McLaren or a Ferrari or anything like that to drive slow. Like, they're not going to respect your car. They're going to try to smoke weed in it. They're going to try to do all these things. And obviously with cars like this, with the interior, the leather, the Alcantara, if you think that other people are going to respect the car the way you do, you're just living in a illusion, because that's just not the reality of things. So I did want to mention that. So what I would factor in is a car like this, if you can afford the monthly payment as 5 to 10% of what you make with the down payment, like separate, I would go for it. Honestly, just to live, just to enjoy, just to go through and experience the way you feel when you pull up to a nice restaurant in a car like this and you come out of it, you're half the age of everybody at the restaurant. So it's like, it's a good feeling because you feel like you're on the right track. A lot of times we get stuck in the hustle, like at the gym at 5 in the morning, at the office, working all day, every day, getting on calls, getting off calls, working on accounts. You get stuck in this loop of like busy, 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 so that when you're not busy, when you want to take your girl out on a date, when you want to go enjoy a Saturday night, it's nice to have something like this, because it gives you that reward that you're working so hard towards, right? Obviously the goal is financial freedom, setting up your family, going into a supermarket and not looking at the price of anything there. That's obviously the goal. This is just like superficial, but having that superficial also helps with mindset things. So I highly recommend for you to be able to go and maybe even test drive one, even if you can't afford it. I actually got denied to even test drive an i8 back in the day. I recall that I wanted that car so bad. I couldn't afford it at the time. And I walked into a BMW dealership, and they said that I would not be able to test drive their i8. Not because of anything. I feel like they maybe looked at me that I was young, maybe I couldn't afford it, which they were right. They weren't wrong, but nevertheless, always give it a shot. Dealerships like Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, they're known to treat every customer with equal respect. Obviously, not every dealership in the country, but nevertheless, go check them out. Go sit in one, go take a photo, go turn it on, go get the feeling, and then eventually the day will come where you're going to go and buy yours. At the end of the day, I wanted to break down the numbers just as a quick recap at the end. So if you can't afford 20 to 30% down payment, don't even think about it. And if the monthly payment, which is right around $4,000 plus, like, let's say 500 to 1,000 on insurance, obviously it's based on your age, whatever, how you put it, how many cars you have. An additional tip, you can say that you drive the car less than 3,000 miles a year. It drops your insurance heavily. So again, 4,000 payment, let's just call it 5,000. If you can make $50,000 a month consistently, and you don't care about the 70 to 80,000 you're putting down payment, go ahead, enjoy the car. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you an honest review, an honest approach of how you can buy a car like this. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and check out our podcast. We're actually interviewing some of the coolest business owners there are, and I'll see you guys on the next one.